Hey, Keon here. In this video, I'm going to run you through a live sales call. So you're actually going to see me close a client onto my business. So if you're not familiar with me, I run beauty recovery and I help local beauty salons turn their missed phone calls into appointments by looking after them with missed call text back. But yeah, I want to get straight to the value. This client actually pays me $794 every single month because they've got a few locations. And you can actually see here, they've been with me for quite a long time. So this close obviously went really well. You also see about halfway through, there's a challenge I had to really overcome, but take some notes. You'll see my exact sales script. But like I said, I don't want to sit here and bore you to death with a massive introduction. I'm just going to get straight into the video. Hey, how you going? Let me see if I've got you. Got you. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thanks. It's so hot. I'm in Tasmania and we never get hot weather, right? And it's the one day, it's like 33 degrees. So if my dog runs in, I'm very sorry, but I need to keep the door open. So
That's all fine.
that's all good. How are you today?
Yeah, good. It's pretty hot here in Adelaide as well.
What's the temp? What's the temperature?
I think it's 34, 37, something like that.
34, did you say?
Yeah.
That's pretty hot. What have you been up to today? Pretty busy, I'm sure.
Yeah, just working at admin's work.
Yeah. And me too. I've just been quite a few of these calls today, so my job's been pretty easy. It's been a good day though. A couple people hopping on free trials, which is always fun. But you're my last meeting of the day, so wrapping it up.
Thanks.
My name's Keon, by the way. What was your name? How do I say your name? Soland?
Yep.
Got it. Yeah. Keon. A lot of people don't know how to say my name, but there you go. That's how you say it, Keon. All right, cool. Do we have about how much time do you have set aside, just so I don't run over anything if you've got a client coming in or anything like that?
No, I'm working from home. It's fine. I got about half an hour.
All right, cool. So you spoke to Sam on the phone, I think it was yesterday,
Yep.
potentially.
Yeah.
How'd that go? What caught your ear? What made you interested in hopping on a call?
Well, actually, I just got a slot available and I really want to see what you got to offer. Also, I'm not really happy with my phone system at the moment. We are looking for something to more systemize it, because at the moment all the location is very disconnected. Like we have a 1-300 numbers.
Mm.
No, sorry, 1-800 I think. But I think we're not making the most out of it.
I see. Sam mentioned that there was multiple locations. So how's that working with your phone numbers? Do you have multiple for each one?
Yeah, we have multiple phones for each one. Some landlines, some mobile, depend on the network connections at the area.
Sure. And are they all in like in South Australia?
Yep.
Cool. And so what's your role? So how do you manage so many nail salons?
Put a manager in place.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, I understand. And do they go to and from all your salons, or are they just sort of one per salon, one manager per salon?
One manager per salon.
Yeah, cool. So Sam probably filled you in like a little bit. We do missed call text back. That is our bread and butter. Making sure that when people are calling you up, you don't miss out on sales, and it actually makes a more seamless experience, a more professional experience. It's easier for your staff as well. So we'll get into all of that. I'll show you it all as well. I might actually show you some live results if that's okay with you. Like I can ramble on all about what we do, what our company does, but I think the best thing to do is actually just show you some live results from clients, from beauty clients as well.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get into all of that, so you're saying you want to improve your phone system. Can you tell me a little bit more about why that is? Excuse me.
I just want the client to be heard. That's all.
I like that. It's a nice way. So what do you mean by heard? As in, what's
Like sometimes when you make a phone call and then the phone rang out, there's no voicemail, and then you're like expecting someone to get back in touch with you, or even if there's like a voicemail system, you're expecting someone to get back to you, and then you keep waiting and you hear nothing, so you just feel like you're not that special.
Yeah, that I hear you. We actually have a nail salon, and funny enough, because I'm from Tasmania myself, and we have quite a lot of customers because obviously this is where I started. So I started in Tasmania and grew it Australia wide. But I actually have a few nail salons, and I'll show you a couple of their live results. I'll just literally, when I show you, I'll share my screen. So when people are calling up your salon, what's your process like? Sorry to get into all the interview questions. Got to put your tie on. What's it like with your staff? Do you have a receptionist, or do you have staff getting up to answer the phones?
It depends on which location. Some location we have a receptionist there all the time, and at some location staff just rotating, whoever's free or nearest to the phone, they'll just grab that.
Of course. Okay. Now, let's just say, like, all getting into this, the missed call text back. Once I explain, I guess, show you some results so that you can sort of see it working real time. Is there any specific salon that you wanted in first? Like, obviously, like, not saying moving forward, but like, if we were to look at next possible steps, if you were to decide that, no pressure or anything, is there a salon that you're thinking directly about, or is it a couple?
A couple, yeah.
Okay. And is there one that is, potentially missing a few more phone calls than the others, or are they all sort of around the same?
Around the same. Even with the at the salon where there's a receptionist, we still miss calls.
And I think this just comes plain and simple. You don't want to miss sales. Like, and importantly, like you were saying, you want your customers to feel heard. Like, you don't want them to be calling you guys up twice, 3 times. And you don't want your business or your salons being known as the salon that sometimes doesn't pick up the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What I'm thinking, so what I'm hearing is you're looking at ways, I guess, to make your, I guess, customer service a bit more seamless. And by customer service, I mean like picking up the phone, answering your customers, answering questions, all of that, and taking bookings. Is that what you're normally doing on the phone? By the way, that's a thing I forgot to ask.
Or confirms appointment, yeah.
Confirm appointments. Okay, I see. All right. And okay, so people calling up, confirming appointments, or asking to book in a time. Do you do online booking?
Yes.
Well, that works exactly with us, because we actually, most of our clients that do online booking, like Katoomba, or all of the softwares for the bookings, you can actually put your booking link in the missed call text back. So not only does it get back to them, but it can also lead them just to book online on their own, which is a big way, lift it off your shoulders. Let's say, what day you close? Do you close on any days?
Just public holidays.
Well, okay. Let's say, what time do you close? Maybe that's a better question.
Depend on which location and days. Maybe after 5 is usually our closing time.
Okay, well, let's say that it's like 5:30 and I call up one of the salons that have closed. Everyone's gone home. Obviously, there's not a ghost to pick up the phone, so goes unanswered. What most businesses do is nothing. They wait until the morning, and they might even call them back. A lot of people don't even call those people back because they're like, what's the point? It was hours ago. Like, it was a full day ago. With us, you can make it so within the minute, or you can do 1 minute, 30 seconds, you can do 5 minutes, whatever you choose. You can make it so that person gets sent a text message straight to their phone instantly. So within 30 seconds, you can put in your booking link. You can let them know that we'll be getting back to you tomorrow. So we can actually make it so if they miss a call, right? If you miss a call after hours, the message can be, hey, sorry, missed your call, XYZ, whatever you want to put in there. Sorry, we're working with a client, but you can say, we'll get back to you tomorrow as soon as possible. And what that does is makes it so, okay, I'm not going to call up another nail salon, or I'm not going to make a booking because you guys have pledged that you'll get back to me. and on the other side, I might just book on the online link that you sent me. So, like, you know what I mean there? So not only do I feel like you've heard me, but you potentially are capturing that sale that I might have moved on by tomorrow. I might have just gone like, you know what, they're closed, fair enough, I'm going to call up the next nail salon and book in, or beauty salon, depending on what service.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I think that's enough of me rambling. Did you have any questions on, obviously we'll get more into the nitty gritty side of it, but just on the, I guess on the surface level questions, did you have anything about that you wanted to go over? Okay, cool. Well, what I'll do is I'll show you this now. Quick question, timeline. Is this something that you've thought about for a while, like to, I guess, like how you said it, to get your customers to feel a bit more heard? Is this something that's you've been thinking about, or just something more in the new year?
It's something I've been thinking about, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I'll be keen to show you it. Would you be like, if it all lined up, would you need to speak to anyone else? Would you need to include anyone else in the conversation to get this started?
No.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some live results. Hang in with me. Are you on your phone or on your computer?
Computer.
Okay, good. Some of the calls I've taken today, they are on their phone, and when I share my screen, I can see them like squinting in the camera, and I feel bad. So, one moment. What I'll do... All good. My dog's probably about to run in here anyway, so it's all good. What time did you start today? Sorry, I'm just getting everything ready. What time did you...
I don't know. Generally when I wake up, I just pretty much work all day.
I love it. Hard worker.
There's always something to do.
Always something to do. Love it. Ah, perfect. This is literally perfect. I'm going to show you a nail salon. I think that's probably the best thing to show you right now. What other services do you do, actually, quickly? Because that might help me what I show you.
We do a bit of waxing, and at some locations we do beauty services as well.
Okay.
Like facial, yeah.
Cool. I'm going to share my screen for you now. Quick pause. I'm not going to show you that screen recording because I actually reveal a lot of phone numbers from the client that I'm showing Saland. So for that reason, I'm just going to show you what I did do so that you can copy this into your own sales call, but I'm not going to show heaps of phone numbers. So what I did to display is actually show the app, because you got to make it real. A lot of these times, like I'm on these calls and it can get to the point where like I'm talking so much about what it is without showing it. So you want to make sure that you show what it is briefly so that it's real, it's tangible. They see that it's an app on a computer. You can show them the app on their phone. But basically what I did was I showed the dashboard. So this actually shows how many missed calls they've had in whatever time period, and then also the total number of phone calls, and then also the revenue that we've collected from those calls. Then from there, I go into the conversations tab, which I'll do, but I'm going to block out a lot of numbers, but go into the conversations tab, and then I show them an example in real time of the missed call text back actually leading to a booking that more than likely would have been lost. So I'm going to block out all of the phone numbers here, but this is what I do. Essentially, I'll get an example from the last couple of days to show it's fresh. So this is literally from the last 2 days, not even. And then I'll go and I'll show you how the text back works and how it even remembers the customer's name. So it said, "Hey Leslie, thanks for calling Versace Beauty Lounge. Sorry we missed your call. How can we help you today? You can also make an appointment now by texting us here." Then straight away, literally within 3 minutes, "Hi there, could Alyssa give me a facial on Thursday? Anytime, Leslie," which is very soon. That's like in the next few days, got them booked in. So I show them something like this. So one, I've made the app reel, and two, I've made the actual missed call text back reel and showed a result from it, and not like some PowerPoint. If you see like a lot of these people, you'll see on other YouTube videos, and I honestly want you just to remove that from your brain. They'll be like, "Oh, you want to set up a PowerPoint and have some written reviews on it, write up the reviews yourself." It's like, that is the quickest way to turn off a client. Just show them what they're going to get. Show them a client, which also gives you social proof. Obviously, check with the client that you're going to be like sharing, that they're okay with their account being shown. But then once you do that, you show them a result. They're happy. Then we continue on. Yeah, and one more here. So as you can see, it's just getting sales. That's the goal. Another one here.
So, and yeah, like I said, I've done a few of these calls today, and I don't want to bore you to death with all of this, but as you can see, this is how it works. The message is automatically sent. The person will receive it on their phone, like any normal text message, and they can respond, and then you get the message right from here. So, pretty exciting stuff. And by the way, your phone numbers don't have to change. So that's, I know that can be a hesitation, like we don't want to have to change everything. Your phone numbers, all good. We're not gonna, we're only just adding a little thing on the top and trying to make your life easier. That's, you know, I guess what my parents instilled into me. My parents kind of inspired me to start this. They own their own local business, and yeah, they said, you know, if you can make someone's life easier while making them a bit of money, then they'll probably stay. So that was the philosophy. Okay, from what I've shown you, I know that was pretty brief, but I just want to show you live results. That was a nail salon, someone trying to book in a mani or a pedicure. What's your favorite part been so far? Did you have any other questions on anything or anything you wanted to see?
Probably just the auto reply part.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I love automations.
Do you want me to get into a bit of pricing, bit of everything here, so that you've got a bit of can make a decision, I guess. So, look, first things first, I should mention this is I need to bring my A game every day, especially to all of my clients. And the reason I say that is we do no lock-ins, 0 lock-ins. I do that for your, I guess, peace of mind, so that you don't think Keon's going to lock me in for 6 months and I say see you later and you never hear from me again. I know that you can join and you can cancel tomorrow. So I know I have to work really hard to keep you on board. But yeah, so I'm not trying to lock you in and disappear. So what we can talk about is some pricing. What I will show you is our ROI calculator, but don't worry, I'll tell you pricing first. So for 2 weeks, free, and then after that, it's $3.97 a month. Enough said about that. What I'm gonna do is quickly share my screen one more time. How are we doing for time? Are we all good? This is only 5 minutes, or not even. So this is our website here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to our calculator. So this is how you can kind of see how, will this even bring in a return on investment for you? You get what I mean? So
hey, just to let you know, I'm not going to show her specific numbers because they're pretty private. It's her average sale, it's how many calls they miss, and it's also like the percentage of close rate. So to keep that private, I'm going to show you what I actually did on that, so that you can actually copy that into your own sales calls. So on the website, and I recommend you doing this down the bottom, if we scroll down the bottom of my website here, and you can check this out and just literally copy it word for word, this thing here, missed call revenue calculator. So I made this with Go High Level, just so you know, it's literally a survey and you can do a math function. I'm not going to get into that in this video though. But what I did with this client was essentially I said, okay, so how much does your average service cost per client? So if someone comes in and they make a booking and they tap their card, what's the average person paying? And for instance, let's say it's, for the sake of easy numbers, $100. So per person spends $100 on average. Then what we do is we find how many calls they miss per month. And when you ask that, it's going to be really hard for them to comprehend how many do they miss in a whole month. A month is a long time. So what you can do is you can actually say, okay, on an average day in your salon, how many calls do you think go missed? Like that's an easier way to start. Or you can say, look, at the end of the day, if you've had a super busy day, you pick up your phone, how many calls have missed? And that's when they'll say, maybe it's 3 or 4 or 5 a day. And then what you do with that, you ask like, is that pretty standard for most days? And they say yes or no. And then, you work with them on this because you want the numbers to be truthful. And then let's say, let's just say for this example, she was open literally every day of the month. And every day they missed phone calls, like no matter which day, it was literally all the same. So I times it by 30. So 5 times 30, let's just say for the sake of easy numbers, is 150 missed calls per month. Now, the important part here, because not every missed call is going to become a booking.
not everyone is calling up to make a booking. There are some spam calls. There are some people who are like, hey, just tell me the price, and then they don't book. So I asked them then, out of like 10 people calling, so let's say you pick up 10 calls, how many of those 10 people actually make a booking? And then what happens there is they'll say, oh, probably 6 or 7. Some might say all of them, some might say just 4, but what that gives you is a percentage. So if they say 7, then we'd put down 70%. 70% of the phone calls that they get are people trying to make a booking. And now we've got these 3 things that we can calculate now. So I can hit calculate on $100, $150, 70%. Calculate, and that gives us 10,500, which is a pretty big number. But just to give you an idea, that's what I did with this with Solange here, and we got a number. I can't remember which one it was, but it was a pretty big number because she has so many locations. And yes, that is a good way to communicate a tangible result, because when you're offering SaaS or SMMA, whatever you're doing, if you can't put a number to it, like how much is a really solid estimation of what we can bring in for them. If you can't do that, more than likely, it's a wishy-washy thing. So that's how this works. You can copy this, and also obviously in the link in the description is like how I show you how to do it, all the other stuff as well. But yeah, onwards with the video.
From that, do those numbers kind of make sense now that we've got that from, amount of missed calls, average sort of customer worth, to give you a bit of an estimate of how much we'd be looking to bring in for you a month? So that would be extra per month, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, essentially what we'd be wanting to do is bring that in for you. With that said, did you have any questions for me?
Yeah, so with your price, you said it was $397
Yeah.
per month. That's per location.
Yes, but I'm willing to, move some things around for you. How many locations do you have? Because that would help me out a bit.
5.
Okay. And I'm not interested in charging you 5 times $397. I understand that you've got a lot of locations. Because we're working with Alabache as well, and they've got a ridiculous amount of locations. So we're trying to make something work for them as well. Now, which salon, if you were to decide, which one would you want this to start in?
Probably Murray Bridge.
Let me write that down quickly. Did you say Murray Bridge?
Yeah.
I think we've got a client there. I have to check. Okay. Okay. With what I've showed you, would it be crazy for us to start a free trial today? And obviously I can extend it a little bit, depending on how long it takes to set up.
Yeah, I just want to see how many calls we actually miss to start with.
Yeah. I think that's what most people hop on the free trial for. Like I said, the way I look at this, and I know this is how I would describe it to people, is you're not really making a decision yet, if that makes sense. At the end of the 2 weeks, that's where you can actually see the data yourself and go, you know what? Holy crap, we missed a lot of phone calls. This was a lifesaver. Or, on the other hand, it could be, we're actually fine, we don't need this. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. Would you be opposed to starting today?
Does it require a bit of setting up?
No, because what we do, it will literally just be start the free trial, which just shows to me like a baseline commitment, which means I'm going to put everything I can into you. I get my support team, my success team, everything going for you. And what we'll do after you start the free trial is essentially it will just be you book in it's called our success call. Pretty much it's where I set it up with you. Like I said, the beauty of this is it's such a quick setup. But like I said, we'll pick a time when we can book that in, when it works for you, about 20 minutes, something like that. What's the best email to quickly send you this link on? So I've just sent that. How do I send you this? There. It's an interesting name you've got. Where's it from?
My grandpa just named me that. He just made it up.
He made it up. So you're the only person called Salam.
Probably.
That's interesting. I've just shot you through that email. I'll wait on the call just so we can get that booking in. So with that we can pick a time. I'll make sure it doesn't conflict with me. Let me know if you got that email.
Yep.
Cool. It's pretty simple email. Pretty simple. And let me know once you've started that free trial. And I honestly think this is going to be pretty interesting. That's the first thing with Murray Bridge. And then I'm super happy to discuss something to make it work for your other nail salons. Because I know that would be the goal for you, to make it work for all your salons.
With the phone number, would that be the phone number of the location?
So what I'd recommend, this is more or less for the admin account, if that makes sense, for the person who owns the account. So probably something that can accept texts. That's what I would recommend. Because we might shoot you a text if we need something from you quickly, like something urgent comes up. That's what I would recommend.
Yep.
What have you got planned for the rest of the day? Are you still working?
Yeah, I'm still working.
You are better than me.
Mhm.
I thought I was good. No, well done. So do you work Monday through Sunday as well, though?
No, I don't work on Sunday. I'm trying to take a day off.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is booking in a call for after the trial period, is that correct?
No, so what we'll do is, obviously it's better to do within the trial period, so I would recommend, if you can fit this in the next couple days, as soon as possible is better, if that makes sense. This is to get it set up so that we can make it work, and then pretty much, I do this for most people, once it's actually working is when I start the trial, if that makes sense. So I'll extend it for you. So if we, in 2 days time or in 1 day time, get it set up so it's working, I'll start the trial then, if that makes sense.
Yep, yeah, because I'm not available until next week.
Hang on. Oh, you're not available until next week?
Yeah, until next Monday.
Can you see any days, or is nothing available?
Yeah.
Let me get my calendar up as well, because that should be hooked up to mine, but we're just, I don't know what is going on this month. It is so busy. Trying to keep track of it. Let me have a look. Because what we can do, if you can't see a time there, I can manually put something in for you, if that makes sense. So if there's the best time and you don't see it, we can sort something out for you.
Sorry, I got a time, that's fine.
Oh, you got something?
Is that done?
Yep.
That's booked in?
That should be all booked in. And what we'll do then, by the way, just to set the agenda, is literally just, by the end of that call, people should be able to call you and get a text back. That's the goal. It should be very quick. And I really look forward to it. So lovely to meet you, and I'll let you go. I'm sorry we went over time a bit, but easy to talk to, Solange. Easy to talk to.
Right. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. I definitely will. All right. See you, Solange.
So that's the close. Like I said at the beginning, I got her onto a $794 per month deal, which was brilliant. If you've got any questions about sales or how I booked that appointment and got that on my calendar, send me a DM. I'll put my Instagram below. Shoot me a message. Happy to help you out. And if you even got one tip out of this video, hit the like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.